What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, class swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. We got AJ in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to Albert, Amy, Andrew, Frank is in the house. Good morning to Jeff, Keith. Good morning. We got Kevin, Lauren, Lou, Natalie, Tim, Wendy, all my people out in YouTube land. Good morning to all you. I got like one screen today, so doing a little traveling, so makes it a little tougher, but we'll see what we can do. Other than that, all my lurkers in the background of YouTube, and let me see if I can find that. I got like the screens all over the place. Let me see if I can find the YouTube. I want to say hello to you guys. There we go. Yeah, Levi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, B. Jal, M. Sky, Daniel in the house. Sabine. Good morning to you. Ray Helms in the house, and we got Levy saying Tesla. All right, we got some stocks coming in already. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Well, pretty fantastic close. I don't know what else to say. I couldn't even think of a YouTube video title yesterday or this morning. I was like, well, I guess it's just bullish, but we kind of been saying that for a while. I'm out of stuff. I don't know what else to post, but it is what it is. Great close. That's what we needed. And we've been here before though. So let's not get too crazy. We got up to that 599. It's not showing on the chart. It was all after hours pre-market. We took a little dip down and we are right back. And fantastic close. 594.15 was the resistance. That should be the new support. I think we go higher from here. And I'd be looking for, I think our next looks like the next kind of resistance, and I don't know how good it is, but we do have a little resistance around 597.64. We almost hit that yesterday. Eh, I think it's okay. I'm not too impressed by it. You have the next one at 598.50. Yeah, 598.58. It's okay. I think the next really good one probably somewhere around 599.66, and then $600 on the on the SPY. But all in all, whether there's a good resistance or not, I think we go bullish. I don't know how else to again how else to say it. Fantastic close. Where we're opening at is okay. We're right at that support resistance. So does the market open today and run? It might. It's got some signs. It's got some possibilities that it could do that. Um, I'd wait and see. Let the market tell you first. If we get a pullback, I think you're looking for some kind of now support again, somewhere around 594.15. I think that's a pretty decently heavily bought spot if we could get down there. But give the market a couple minutes. If we start just taking off, then you're just buying dips the entire day. And I think that's the way I'm looking to play this market, but absolutely fantastic. And then again, even where we're sitting right now, pre-market. So if you're looking at the candle from March 3rd, decent amount of volume on it. Nothing, I mean, nothing too bad. Uh, I think the next day we're well above that one, but we're right at the opening price of that day. We sold off, so any even bears that's been just sitting there hanging out, they're all getting taken out at this point, and yeah, it looks like we no, yeah, different mic. I only have the laptop, so it's just straight laptop mic today. Yeah, I know. I know. I hate trading with one screen, but it's life. Life happens. So what are you gonna do? We got the cues. Yeah, I got the one screen. I got the laptop mic, not the actual mic I use. This is weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like trading. I don't like trading when it's just different setups. Creature of habit. We got the cues. So cues are chilling for now. Really good close. I'm looking for. Unfortunately, support is a little further away on cues. Kind of. The big support at this point, and again, fantastic close. Not even yesterday, the day before was a really good close. But if we pull back, you're looking at 521.22. Yeah, yeah, I see it. I don't know how you guys do that AI thing, but I see it pop in the chat all the time. Uh, look for like 521.22. That's a major support. Do we get down there today? I don't know. We have another mini support. Two mini supports, I guess. Look for the first one, 526.61. We are above that. If we could hold that, if we could hold Yesterday's VPOC somewhere around 527.29. We're slightly above it. We could open and run. Look for a little support if we break that at 523. So we have two levels to kind of try to hold. Both of those are good, and then we have our main one, and the fact that we're above 521.22. I think the market wants higher. I don't know. I think the final target is not final target, but I think the next big target, 536.05. That's a ways away, pretty far. I think we hit that one. In between that, you have a couple levels to watch out for. 528.64, we hit that one yesterday, and looking for like 532.68. So those are my two spots that could give us a little bit of resistance, caution. Ultimately, I think we get up to at least 536.05 on the Qs, and whether that's today or we have to do 2 days to get there, but that would be an extremely important target to get to, and I think we can take that path to do so. Bitcoin, still hanging out. So now we're on day one, two, three, four, five, six. Day six of really nothing happening in crypto space, which is still okay. We did break the uptrend. If I was to draw a line on Bitcoin, I think we have some kind of let's go something like this. Yeah, we're all on the different side of that line. Not great, but still holding. We'll see if we could at least get a retest a little bit higher, maybe somewhere around that 107,690. But inverted hammer yesterday on Bitcoin, you're at least holding a little bit of support. So you'd want to see this 104,855 hold. Otherwise, we got room down to 103,483. And it looks like at that point, that's a good break. That was the attempted retest and not a good move. Probably heading a little bit to the lower side. All right, you guys got tickers coming in, so let's take a look at some of those. CrowdStrike is the first one, and I see it a couple times posted, so let's see what Crowd is doing. I think they're dropping down, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Good earnings. Okay earnings, I guess. Earnings per share, we got beat by 10.5%. That's pretty strong. Revenue we missed on the 1.2. Problem with this one is look at that rampage that we had into earnings. That's crazy. Crazy move into, I believe that was all-time highs. Let me just scroll back a little. Yeah, all-time highs. Very almost got to have a really impressive earnings, and you can't come in with a miss. I'm not sure what guidance was for today. It's still above the 20. You have a little support sitting at 448.98. That's a big gap down though. I think I'm really like a monster support somewhere around 443.28, which is a little bit lower, but I think this one somewhere around the 448.98 zone that could hold us. That gets us into the 20 EMA as well. But I think you also have decent resistance above you, 458.25. I would expect chop on this one. I don't think there's I mean, maybe there is, but I don't expect there's a huge move after this point. You have pretty decent support right below you. If you're gonna short this one, I'd have to wait for at least 459.68. I'd still be cautious waiting and then see if you can kind of get into this like 465.38. I don't. We have buy the dippers in the market. I'm not expecting this thing to get all the way bought up to 478 ish, which is yesterday's VPOC, 486, 76. Yeah, that's a big drop. I don't expect we even come close to yesterday's candle. Too much resistance in the way. I don't know if I'd day trade this one. I think sentiment probably to the downside, but with that support, I think it's just more of a chop than anything. MSTR, let's take a look at that one. MSTR is also gapping down a little bit. Again, we just looked at Bitcoin. I don't like that inverted hammer from yesterday. I don't like the fact that we broke the downtrends. We do have an absolutely killer resistance somewhere around 389.43. So if you want to go bullish on that, I'd wait until we get above it. Other than that, we have a decent amount of room to the downside. I guess okay. Some support. I don't know how strong. Again, we've already messed with both of those levels, but all the way down to like 382. 69, something like that. Nice bounce off of support. Looks good. I'd see if we probably have an inside day on this one. I don't know if we have a breakout. I don't think so, unless Bitcoin does something wild during the day. It doesn't look like it's about to. And then look for probably downside target 376.37. We've been there. We've also now been to and bounced off of like a champion 373. I'd see if we come a little bit. I think we probably break through that, but still holding. We're above the 20. We're above all moving averages. I'm just looking at that big resistance on it. If we could get above it, then I think you have targets of 406.70. I do think we probably need Bitcoin to break out a little bit, and it's just hanging out for 5 6 days. I'd be cautious on MSTR, but almost inside day. RCap. I don't know the volume on this one. I've never traded this one. It's also doesn't really fit in my rule. I need something above $5. Is $1.64. Looks like it gaps frequently. And let's see if there's any crazy open to this one that I'm missing. No, I don't really see any gaps on this one. Nice run off the lows. So 20 cents on a dollar 50 stock, dollar 49 stock. It's already had a good move in it. Um, I wouldn't day trade this one. I would probably be looking for maybe a swing at best. Trying to build a base, which is nice. Trying to build a base. That was a good retest of looks like this little pivot from October 2023. Maybe you can make a case for a swing on this one. Let's see where we would throw stops though. I feel like we're a little late to the game. Volume tells me, yeah, you got some volume a little bit ahead of you, up to like one, I guess major volume 166. We got to get past that. It's 2 pennies away. I would need a pullback first. Get me as close as possible to 157 on a dip, and then maybe. But if we could battle out of here, it's trying. You're looking at a higher target on this one, unless we hit all time highs, $2.10. But day trade wise, I think it's gonna be a little tough to trade that one. Crowd weave. CRWV. Crowd weave. Core weave. Good gap up. Fantastic day yesterday. Again, really tough on the short. That looks like a pretty decent retest gap if I've ever seen one. I'm not going long again here. If we get the pullback, 149.19. Does that mean we can't go long here? No. Momentum is just all crazy, absolutely insane on core weave. Maybe throw a high wave candle in, and for day trade, you're good. I'm staying as far away from core weave at this level, at this price. Valuation is out of control, but we can still trade it. You can still day trade it. For me, even from support, let me just move this screen over a little bit. For support, if the closer you could get to 149.83 for an entry, probably actually a tad lower than that, 149.18. Something in that zone would get you the best risk reward, and even that is a stretch. So I would need some kind of candles to form somewhere right around there to make some kind of a play. But if you're in it, it still looks good. We talked about this one a few times the last few days. It's just been running, so I know it's on a lot of people's watch lists. If you're in this one, great. If this thing goes up to $1 million, I wouldn't be shocked. It's got all the momentum in the world, but it's just going without me at this point. Gotten a little too crazy. WFC, yeah. Wells Fargo, I think they had some news that came out yesterday. Um, I'm not really sure what the news was. I think it's something in their asset cap restrictions. Federal Reserve has moved the 1.95 trillion asset cap on Wells Fargo. I think they made it to, it's not showing here, but I think they made it to like $85 when that was announced. I don't think that was breaking news. I think it was kind of expected to be announced. Most likely, I think that's algos taking it up, but it does set a little precedent for where we get to today potentially. It looks bullish. I probably want to be bullish, but we've pulled back extremely hard from that $85. We didn't last too long up there. Um, Probably maybe around two with this one. So I would rather stay bullish than bearish, even at open, providing I guess it's a retest gap. You have 2, 3 days of buying. Again, this is not breaking news. This is kind of expected. I think the algos just ran absolutely. I mean, is that all time highs on Wells Fargo? Yeah, that would have taken us to all time highs. Good solid number for those algos to bounce off of $85. Uh, as long as we open and stay above 76, 77.65, I would remain bullish on it. I don't think we hit $85 today. I think the very extreme high end of where we get to on Wells Fargo today would be 81.29, and I don't think we even get there. I'd be looking for more in the $80.53 range. Still a good day trade on Wells Fargo if we could do it. But if we're starting to open it underneath 77.56, I think you get more of a retest into $76.04. Rather be buying it there than buying it where it's opening, but maybe an interesting one to see if we get some kind of high wave candle. Algos made their money. I'm not sure if they're watching that one still. Banks usually move relatively slow too, so it is not Nvidia. It's Wells Fargo. Okay news for them, expected news, and it's already made its move. Snowflake is nice little gap up. We've run into all of this. So again, just using yesterday's candle, it's a gap and go. However, all of yesterday's candle was just really an inside candle. The 2 days before yesterday was all bullish. I think this one probably acts a little bit more of a retest, but let's see if there's any real resistance. It's opening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 214.27. If we get above 214.27, we might have a decent move up to 224. Let's put this one higher on the watch list. That's a decent $10 move. Mm, see if we get, well, doesn't come on, Trading View, go higher. I got the chat in front of the list and it's blocking me. It's playing defense. There we go. That's close enough. All right. Um, it's all, I think this one all depends on where we open. It's got a little bit of room. Initially, I think retest gap, and we are holding into, we were pushing right into a little bit of resistance. How decent of a resistance that is, I don't know. At this point, I think we fade. I think we go lower. I think we get a little bit of a pullback. However, if we are opening anywhere above this 214.30, there is a little bit of room, and we'll try to take that one bullish. And we're also kind of in no man's land. Some volume piling in a little bit higher than us, a little bit higher than where we're at now. Nothing really stopping us from a pullback. If I was to take a stab at this one, I think a fade. I just want to see where that one opens. I think that'd be decent. TXN, Texas Instruments. That is a really good gap. Maybe one of my favorites today. Clearing everything. I would be concerned with yesterday's absolutely insane bullish move. There's bulls profiting on this one. I don't think, and I don't want a retest into 187.79. That would be the retest. I don't think we get there. I would see if we get held up. What I would look for in this one is a small pullback, 189.65. Give me a high wave candle, something I could take a break on. If we could do that, there is some resistance going back to like January. I don't know how much of effect that has. I don't think much. We got targets to probably 194.76. That could happen today if the markets stay relatively bullish. All right, that one's got to go higher too. I like it. If I can get this thing to go higher, let's see. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's weird that it's just weird having one screen. All right, we got SMCI is the next one I see. Chilling for now. Nice little gap up on this one. I would be a little terrified of some of the resistance that we're kind of just opening into. However, decent gap. I would look for at least a pullback. Maybe get a pullback into yesterday's VPOC. That's 42.96. So that would be the preferred spot to look to buy. Almost had tweezers on the daily, not quite. We were a little bit lower yesterday. Uh, However, I think this spot, 43.66, is a really impressive pullback spot. So maybe that's all we get on the pullback. We have some room higher if this thing can go. That's 45.12. Crazy move on this one would take us to about 45.78. I'm not sure if we get there. So you got about dollar and depends on when we look at this thing, dollar 6 cents, something like that. Let's say we get a little bit of a pullback first. That would give us about dollar 40, something. I don't think we have a wide open runway. We're still a little in chop, but we're above that 200. We're above a very good location in terms of volume, 42.36. I think it wants to go higher from here. SMCI will also go a tad higher on the list. Definitely want to watch that one. All right, Natalie says Meta. Interesting market yesterday. Uh, a lot of names were just running. Not a lot of the Mag 7. I don't know if we get the Mag 7 run, but it seems to me like the smaller cap names, the mid cap names, probably the ones to focus on right now seems to have the momentum. The Mag 7 struggled a little bit. If that carries over into today, I'm not sure the metas, the maybe even the Nvidias. Nvidia had an okay day yesterday, but not as crazy as some of the mid cap names did. If that continues to just bleed into at least the market open today, be careful on Meta, be careful on some of these bigger names. Just did not have the same momentum. That being said, 2 days ago, nice little breakout candle. That looked good. Inside day, hanging out at the upper third. The opening price, just okay. Not bad. But if we start to clear 670.85, then maybe some of the metas of the world, the Mag 7s of the world, want to push a little bit higher and could catch up from yesterday. That would take us into 678.62, and that would give us a decent amount of room on this one. Right now, it is opening to the resistance, and we just did not really see the same momentum some of the smaller names had yesterday. So it looks like the bullish push in the market was spreading out, broadening to some of the other names, and maybe that's off the backs of Meta already moved potentially. But if it could go a little bit higher, hang out there for a minute, give me a setup. It does have some room higher, and we'll see if we can try to take it bullish. I don't want to take it bearish. All right, we got TSM. TSM is nice little gap up again, retest from yesterday. However, breaking the May 29th candle, so not bad. Targets, I don't know. Looks like we're running into a pretty hefty resistance zone. First one I see, and I think that's a big one. Somewhere around 202.23. We're not too far from that. If we get above it, we have a lot more room to run. That would take us into the 206.10 zone. So if we could do a little bit more work, fantastic. Then that opens the field up for right now. I think it's a little bit of a retest gap. It was bullish yesterday. Let's see if this one wants to fade. Market's not as strong right now, pre-market, and maybe it's hanging out. As soon as the bell rings, we run. It's possible. If we get this pullback, we got 199.68. Again, this is Taiwan, but we do still have the Trump meeting on with China on Friday. So anything probably Asia related is going to still be a little bit strong up leading into that Trump meeting. Taiwan probably, especially if there's some kind of negotiation, any kind of deal. I think Taiwan benefits from that. And then you have TSM right in the battle lights of that move. Baba, I would think if there is in the market, we've had the announcement I think come out on what was it Monday. We had the rumor again, or we had the first rumor, I guess, on Monday that Trump was going to meet. We had now more specifics on the day. It's going to be Friday. You haven't really seen some of the Chinese stocks really move, which is suspicious. That's telling me that I think the market's maybe either, I think probably a little bit leery of if anything gets accomplished at the meeting, that would be the next foot to drop if there's actually some kind of a deal or improved talks. I think we get a tweet that says conversation was good. That seems to be the ongoing tweet after something's announced. Decent gap, good gap to go today. 3 days of I wouldn't really say selling. You had 1 day of selling, 2 days of inside candles, although they were closing red. Watch for about 117. We had a target on this one. I was looking for this one yesterday, I think, where I thought was it yesterday or 2 days ago, where I thought this one could get to this 117 zone, and we are pretty much there now. So I think we're opening into somebody else's target. That's where my initial target would have been. Probably look to take gains here and see if there's any kind of pullback. If we start to creep above 117.04, again, that gives us a little bit more room. I think probably 119.49 would be in the cards for today, but that is the opening bell. So make sure you guys in YouTube land hit that like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. Other than that, you guys.